Join me as we switch our entry gate pots for pansies to get ready for winter. Hey everybody, welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray. Thank you so much for joining me today here on the channel. And today we are going to be working on our entry gate pots. We have 2 big containers on either side of the gate, and then we have 3 wall baskets on the gate. And we're going to be taking out all of the winter annuals from those containers. We're going to be topping off those containers with soil and then putting in our pansies for the winter. And this is a beautiful variety of pansy that we have here today. And this is the Color Max Beacon Rose. All right. So I'm hoping these will give us some really nice color. So this hopefully won't be an overly complicated video today. And then if we have time after getting this project done, we're also going to tackle the hanging baskets. You can't see it for the peach tree, but the hanging baskets on either side of the swing arbor as well. So I'm going to move the camera and get set up over next to our containers. We're going to get them all cleaned out, and then we're going to get to working on them. Here we go. Okay, so I just topped off the big pots with fresh soil. They had sunken. If you've been container gardening for a while, you know that over time soil settles, the roots pull out nutrients and stuff, just you lose soil. So I topped those off, and now I'm going to hit them with my biotone, and that's going to give us the fertilizer for the roots of all the new plants and the evergreens that are in the pots. And I'm also going to hit it with some Osmocote. Now, while wintertime is not a huge active growing time for us here in the South, I'm gonna have plenty of warm days here soon and sprinkled throughout the winter that a little boost of energy for the pansies I'm putting in these pots and these evergreens isn't gonna hurt. I'm not gonna go overboard with this. It would just be a waste, but I am gonna put some of this in there as well. Here we go. All right, for these little pots that hang on the wall, I'm going to put 2 pansies in each pot, and I'm going to get this where you can kind of see it. So this is the front of the pot. So it sits in the wall basket just like this, and it's going to spill over. So I'm going to do 2 pansies front to back. I've put a little prepared soil in there, and now I'm just going to backfill around it. And that'll give each pansy room to bulk up. So the one in the back can bulk up, and the one in the front can bulk up and spill over. All right, and there we have the finished product. And if we can look in there, you can see I've got the soil packed in around both of the little starter root balls. And this will have plenty of room to spread out, and then it'll drop roots down into the water reservoir as well. All right, I'm just gonna do these others. Okay, so now that we've got our entry pots done, I'll show you the completed entry pots in just a second. We do have enough time in this video. We're gonna tackle this mess. As you can see, the summer annuals are done. The frost has got them. The hanger baskets are done, and the grapevine hyacinths growing up the swing arbor are done. So now I'm not gonna torture you guys with watching me rip all this off, but what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to, at the base is the vines. I'm gonna pull those out, and then I'm gonna have to just take my pruners and prune out to get all this off and get it ready to be disposed of. And then in the baskets, I'll come in and trim out all the dead in the baskets, and then we'll take the baskets over to the table, to the truck, and we'll put fresh potting soil and pansies in those, just like we did the wall baskets. So I'm gonna get working on this, and before you know it, like right now, we'll be right back to get these baskets potted up, and then I'll show you the after results of this over here. Here we go. Okay, so I've got the baskets all cleaned out. So you can see, and I'm just using the old cocoa liner that I had all season long. It'll be perfectly fine for winter. I'll want to replace it in the spring, but it's gonna work just fine. So I'm going to fill these up with fresh soil, just like I did the other ones. I've got my bag of potting soil right here. I've got Biotone, I've got Osmocote. I have the leftover pansies from the front. Then we've got a few of those. And then these are a bit rough looking, but on the clearance rack at my Lowe's, at my big box store, I picked up these. They need to be, but once I get them planted, they'll flush out. But I've got these yellows right there. And then I've got this right here. So between the 3 different varieties, we're just gonna do a quick mixed hanging basket of pansies that'll hang out there for the remainder of the season. So I'm just gonna get these filled up and planted up. With a pansy like this, it comes in a gallon container. I doubt that it will have roots all the way to the bottom, but I'll just kind of cut off the bottom as much as I need to make them fit. Here we go.
Okay, so here is the completed swing arbor, and I still have some raking and things to do, but all the dead vines are off the arbor. The baskets are all switched out, and so as you can see here, now these will need to be watered in real good and give them some growing time, but this is actually going to be a pretty fun mix with the yellow, the white, the purple, and then that burgundy that we just put in there. So not too bad, I would say. Yeah, that's gonna be a beautiful mix, a good pop of color. And then while we're over here, I don't think I've shown you this yet. The urn planter right here was cleaned out, and in it, we just went with 3 ornamental kales. So that's looking good and ready to set here and give us some interest in the winter. All right, let's go look at the entry gate. All right, so here is the entry gate. Now, it doesn't look like much now, but once we get some growth and some color, it's gonna look really good. These evergreens and these containers are really filling out. So there's not a lot of room to plant in there, but we've got some beautiful pansies in there. And then of course the matching pansies all along the gate. And then back down into this container. So hopefully we'll have enough grow time and these plants will enjoy their new home, and they will just get thick and full and flush with bloom and interest and color back here on the gate. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the projects here this week at Horticulture Geek. I hope you have enjoyed coming along with me for these few simple projects. But this time of year, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for simple projects where we can get things cleaned up, get some interest planted for winter, things that will hopefully carry us through spring when we can get back out here and plant all the things, right? So pansies, ornamental cabbages, ornamental kales, violas, dusty millers, all the things we're looking to plant right now. So hopefully if you live somewhere where you can still plant and work in your garden, if you're like me and you still have cleanup projects to do, this is your reminder and inspiration to get out there and get it done. It doesn't have to be a big overwhelming project to bring cleanup to your garden and to bring good impact and interest to your garden for the winter months. So hopefully you will get out and find something to plant in your yard this week if you are able to do it. If you've liked today's video, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave those down below.
And if for some reason, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that, and hit that notification bell, and it'll tell you every time we put up a new video. I've got some more videos coming up soon, some more projects that we have to work on. You've got a couple of them right here. So hit that notification bell, and when I post another video, you will get to know and come back and join me here in Central Arkansas at the Horticulture Geek Garden. So until next time, guys, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.